put that on that beat. Go.
Hey, hey, welcome to Bring the Smack. As always, Pop Al is here.
What's happening, y'all? This Goody B coming at you from Pville. Ready to roll.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How's your week going, brother?
Bro, it's going, man. Hey, another day above ground is always a good day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's always a great thing.
Always a great day, brother. Always a great day.
As y'all can see, our other two co-hosts aren't here. Uh, all I'm gonna say is life be life, and they have things going on they have to take care of, and we're gonna keep this show rolling. Hey, for them two.
Absolutely, absolutely. Shout out to the other two.
Yes, sir. Question for you, Getty. Do you think it's still beneficial to send your kids into the military?
Um, I say, today, man, my opinion, I guess overall, when you look at it, I would say it is, but it also depends. Depending on what you're looking for in life, you know what I mean? Um, So, especially in today's world, man, with all the stuff going on right now, uh, there's some good and some bad about being in the military. So just kind of how to depend on how you break it down, what you're looking for. But I think today's a good topic. We can talk about it, man, and break it down on what's good and what's bad about it.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's to me because we've served. It's
Yeah,
not the same as when we came in, and
it definitely.
for me, even though my son, he did his active duty time, he's finishing off with the guard and everything. I don't think I would, not in this
Hmm.
political climate. I wouldn't have my kids join now, even though, don't get me wrong, is the benefits some of them are still good. You're guaranteed to get paid on the first and 15th. You still get your 2.5 days of leave. Um,
Yep.
it's just this political climate now. When I joined, yeah, it was racism in the military. It was broad some, but it wasn't out there where, people were just saying whatever they want or people looking like me I can see at the top. I've seen them in higher
Hmm.
positions. Now with what's going on now, you're having where they're not promoting officers because of their race and their
Yeah.
sex. So to
Yeah.
me, right now, it's just it would be hard for me to go ahead and give them the green light to sign that paper.
Right. Yeah. And I go at another angle. I would probably suggest it based on that. I don't know, I guess the financial situation that you're sitting in. If I'm a parent and I'm doing really well and got a good job and I'm able to take care of things and you ain't got to worry about do the cable get paid this much. If you living like that, you're doing good. Probably wouldn't advise my kid. But for those who are in a situation, where you're living in a place where ain't much going on, small town. I'm talking about small towns to big cities. Big cities they got
Right.
too much stuff going on, and I might want to get my kid away from that kind of stuff. I probably would recommend they go and get in the military and just to experience something different. But yeah, you're absolutely right, man. It definitely changed from when we was in. So
Oh yeah, I agree. I knew I it's gonna sound crazy, but my dad did his time in the military. He retired and everything. Since I was young, and that's something I always wanted to do because I always wanted to be the one to get away and see the world. That was
yeah,
one of my reasons of joining. I wanted to see different cultures and just visit the world because I'm from, I was raised in Decatur, Georgia, and I knew the world was bigger than that spot there. And
yeah,
plus, your boy was just so happy to get out of high school. He knew college wasn't in his purview. So nah.
yeah.
So yeah. But it's just like I know it's a different time.
Hmm.
Just shit, think about it. The things we were doing, we talked about it the other day. Man, the craziness we was all involved in, just having a good time. Now everybody record everything and
Man,
having evidence of everything. So it's
yeah.
just
Yeah, we definitely don't live in a time where you can deny some stuff. You know, we live we live in a time where you can get away with some stuff because you can deny it and it wasn't me.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't out there like that. You know what I mean? It might be somebody that looked like me, but nah, but yeah, it's definitely different. I can tell you that when we was in, like you said earlier, racism existed, but it wasn't wide. It wasn't out in the open like that.
Right.
People didn't feel comfortable. They might have done it in their garage with their boys drinking their little Mickeys or whatever the heck they drink.
Not the
Well,
big mouths.
I don't know what racist people drink.
Yeah.
But they probably did it that way. You know what I'm saying? Around the campfire in the backyard type of stuff. There was some. Uh, I felt it. You know what I mean? There was
Yeah.
some things where I felt like some white people got opportunities I didn't get. You know what I'm saying? And I knew it was because they were white and I wasn't. But I don't now, and you touched on it earlier. Now, man, it's out there. People will tell you right now what they feel about you,
Yeah, they
and
don't like you. And why?
ain't, ain't a whole lot
Because
of
of your color.
repercussions. Yeah, I mean, you can see it from the top. You know what I'm saying? When you dismissing um black career officers just cause in your mind they DEI. You know what I'm saying?
And
And
that's
and there's
another
no
thing.
repercussions for what's going on.
Do they?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I jump on a lot of people about the whole DEI thing because it's not black people. DEI doesn't. Do people understand what DEI actually is?
And do they understand who actually benefiting from it? It's not who they really think is benefiting
Yeah,
from it. You know what I'm saying? So it's just to me, it's just an excuse they use to do what they do. And a lot and too many people are just easily bought into what they're told
yeah. Without doing the
um,
research.
without doing their own research. You know what I'm saying? Because if you take a look at it, it's really it benefits white ladies more than so than any other demographic. And
And
but
that's the thing, it's just giving you the opportunity to get into the room without
yeah,
being dismissed. It's not where you're getting the job.
exactly. It's just giving you an equal opportunity like everybody
Yes.
else does, and it eliminates any and that's the purpose of it. Eliminate any chance of you being dismissed because of your color or because of your sex or whatever the case may be. You know, but yeah, it's definitely a big thing in today's. So if you're political, especially on I would say the left leaning side, it might not be the best time for you to be in. You know what I mean?
No.
You're not gonna like a lot of stuff you're seeing and hearing.
And
But
please believe, I'm not saying all white people like that because I don't know if you remember the senior master sergeant at Ramstein when we first got there. I can't think of his name, but
I
man,
know you're
he's
talking about the right.
he country guy. You would think he
Yep,
would have been a redneck, but man, he was so down to earth. Because
bruh.
I can remember getting called in his office when I pinned on A1C, and A1C was at an E3, and that's automatic. He said,
Hmm.
"Hey, uh." we got the thing you can write your newspaper saying that you got promoted. Come on by and I can, we'll fill it out. I like, hey, sir, no, I'm good. No, no, Airman Turner, you're going to come by and fill this paperwork out for,
Yeah,
so we can do that. And so, you know, looking back on it now, I appreciate that because please believe I'm not saying all white people, Mexicans, anybody else in one barrel because I hate when they
hmm,
say blacks, and when they say blacks, they put us all in that one barrel.
yeah, yeah. Because it's not all of them though. You know what I'm saying? So, and you can look at it. Every group has good and bad in that group. So
Exactly.
when we're talking about it, we only talking about the ones that actually are,
Right.
the bad guys, not all of them. So, but yeah, but if like I said though, if you come from a background like me, I was raised by my grandmother in a small town. We didn't have nothing. She didn't even have a car. I ain't learned how to drive till I got in the military, and I scammed my way through that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Did you
um,
have a
but huh?
Did you have a
But you know what
railroad?
I'm saying? It's like one of them things where if you're in an environment like that, yeah, we talking. Come on in, bro. If you're in an environment like that, the military may be I don't want to say a career for you, but a way to get it's a stepping stone to a better life. You know what I mean? Because you
Yeah.
can do things in one enlistment that you probably couldn't do out, back home in the streets.
Yeah.
Education number one. Education number one.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the second thing, it was just, I don't know why we push college isn't for everybody. Man,
It really ain't, man. It
shit.
really ain't.
I was reading something, man. Let's start showing these kids these trade schools, even though AI is taking over a lot of things. Shit, a lot of things they can't do.
No.
You know,
AI ain't changing the oil, man.
yeah,
So
AI ain't doing the plumbing.
AI, yeah. AI ain't getting up under your house unclogging no
Whoa,
pipe. You know what I'm saying?
whoa,
Yeah,
mic check.
so the
Oh, we beyond that, brother. Welcome to the show. Shit.
yeah, man. The pros and cons of it. I would say no because of this what we're going through
Environment.
now. But as far as for me, the military it was great for me because shit, like I said, I got to see the world, guaranteed to get paid.
Hmm.
Retired in my 40s, did 20 years, and
Well,
you
hey,
still got
tech.
folks out there now, in their 50s still working
Yeah, yeah.
and nowhere
Uh,
near retiring.
exactly. And that's some of the benefits of it, though, man. Like I said, you got a guaranteed payday every 2 weeks. Um, you just have to be you have to be thick skinned to survive it right now, though. But you got your paycheck, you got your education benefits, the health and dental. I mean, you can't beat that. You know what I'm saying? I was
Yeah,
spoiled by the military when it came to that because I was just used to getting a letter in the mail every year. You appointment already made. Show up at the dental clinic. You know what I mean?
if you look
And
at the
when I
prices
got
of
out,
you look at the price
huh?
of that health care and that dental now
Man,
and
bruh,
vision.
I'm telling you, when I got out the military, it was a completely different world. You know what I'm saying? So that's some of the benefits, man. But just like everything, though, they got uh the bad side too. Because if you're a family person, you love your family, and I'm not saying people don't, but if you really really into your family, them deployments can really depress you.
Yeah.
Deployments can really depress you, man. Time away from the family and stuff like that. Um, uh, Me, I was the kind of person, man. I look forward to them, though. You know what I'm saying? Not
Yeah.
necessarily just to get away from the family, but
Just to
my
change it
whole
up.
idea about joining the military was traveling
Just to change it up.
to change it up. You know what I'm saying? So, but for some people though, that's not something they want to do. I wasn't one of them people though, so I volunteered for them though. So
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
raising my hand. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So yeah, so
It's a
you're gonna
pro, but like you said, it's a pro and con to that too. Even when you're at your duty station, shit, man, you spending more time at the job than you really doing at home.
yeah, oh
Facts.
yeah,
Those are facts, brother.
yeah, bro. And they drill it in you, man. They kind of give you that mindset. Some people resist it, but you do get kind of brainwashed until the job has to be done, mission first. You know what I'm saying? And you do find yourself neglecting your family, if you will, and you don't even know you're doing it some of the time. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Talking
Before
about
you
your
know it,
now? You talking about now or older when you were younger?
well, I know when I was in, yeah, back then. I'm sure some of people like. I'm sure some people now are even experiencing it, but yeah,
Yeah.
you do have that mindset. The mission has to be done.
And what we're
Um,
discussing, Ty, is as of now, would you feel comfortable telling your kids to join the military?
Mm,
in today's military.
Yeah, we're
well,
just going through a pros and cons list on,
I
the
had
reasoning.
the one just did maybe a year or so and some change ago. When I came in, the war was going on,
Hmm.
and I still came in under the belief that they not gonna send me because I ain't been in yet. Now I didn't go when I got to Germany. Those people that were at Germany, they got forwarded TDY, so we pretty much backfilled them. Luckily, the war didn't last long back then. But the way stuff going right now, I would give them the pros and cons and say, hopefully, what's going on right now is not the norm, but it has become the norm for 20 something years.
Oh, yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Yeah, because shit, we had rotations going back and forth from Afghanistan, Iraq, and
Yeah,
so yeah, what's it called? The Greater War on Terrorism. So
yeah, I
Yeah,
did,
yeah.
hopefully
did
we
some
never
time.
get back to that, because like you said, that was what, 20 some odd years of that?
Yeah, and I did
Yeah.
some time in Baghdad, Iraq. That's the worst place when they came down with the orders. I was like, man, they sent me to Iraq, not nowhere around Iraq, to Baghdad,
Yeah.
right in the middle of it. Walk out the gate, you're in Baghdad. Well, I ain't walking
Yeah.
out no gate, first of all.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like I was telling Goody, man, in this political climate, I don't feel comfortable. I wouldn't feel comfortable sending my children in right now. Just that's don't get me wrong, the benefits are still there, even though they're slashing or they're trying to slash so much from us
Yeah.
retirees.
Yeah,
Uh, that used to be one of the biggest benefits. You retire at 40, hey, we'll take care of your medical. We'll take care of your
Hmm.
dental. But it's changing, to me, it's changing drastically because that was one reason I dropped my paperwork was because I felt like the Air Force was becoming too much like a business. Instead of a
yeah.
uniform, it was like a wearing three-piece suits.
They changed it now. So where they got that blended retirement system, so you can get out earlier and take some of your money with you, versus having to do 20 and you don't do 20, you don't get nothing.
See that?
So, so with the blended retirement system, you saying it's an incentive to do some time and then get out?
They they get a chance to invest and not just having to do the 20. So the power is back in their hand to if they do say they do 12 years. In the old system, you do 12, 15 years, you get out, you don't get a retirement. But now,
Right.
whatever they have over there in their blended retirement system, they get that. They can get
Oh,
that.
I
They
see
can
what you're
get
saying.
it. They can get it right then and there when they get out, or they can keep it going if they want to.
See, I
Yeah,
take
I
that
see
as
what
a
you're saying.
pro. That's a pro to me because,
Hmm.
hey, if I didn't want to do 20 or if they don't want to do
Yeah.
20,
But let me ask you, Al, if they had that back then, how much would you have put into the blended system?
well, if they had that back then, I still would have did 20 because
No,
I
no, no, that wasn't the question.
no, what I'm telling you is I would have did 20 because I wasn't doing anything else. There was nothing out here that I wanted to do. I was enjoying being in the military.
But
Because
the question, uh,
when the TSP first arrived, because I was close to retirement when the TSP dropped, I was putting the highest amount I could put in there
yeah.
each time. Now, when you're saying at the 12-year mark, oh no, Al wasn't putting too much of nothing in there. Al was about Al having a good time.
But he say Germany say written BMWs, Opals,
Nah, hey,
uh,
buying stereo equipment and CDs because I had friends that like to
speakers,
gamble and drink.
Serving Vegas,
Yes,
speakers,
sir.
Yes,
Tech,
sir. Yes,
Tech
sir.
But
Right, but
that's
that's the life that that's the kind of life that being in the military can provide to you. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I mean that was good money, man. And they was like, you should
It
be
was.
saving money. I'm like, I'm trying, but it ain't working out.
No, I ain't even tried, bro. I'm gonna be honest with
Uh,
you. I didn't know anything about finances. I didn't
yeah.
know credit was so serious. None of that mattered to me in the military, and I thank God I was in the military because if I was in the civilian world like that, oh man, no telling where I would be at. But
Yeah,
um,
exactly.
it was no thing to be paycheck to paycheck, but that was normal.
yeah, that was normal, man. So
Yeah,
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 shoot,
nail meat hammer. You definitely hit it right there.
was
yeah.
that?
But paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
But it was
Oh yeah.
guaranteed though. You know what I mean, Ty? Every
Oh
first and
yeah.
15th,
I knew it was
you
coming.
knew that check was gonna be there.
Yeah, yeah. Like
Yes, sir.
that's gonna be fat too. Where we going? Where we going this weekend?
And how many jobs in the world, where you can be sick 3 days or 4 days or whatever and still, get that full check?
Boy.
You
Man,
know what I'm
hey,
saying?
I be talking about that when I be teaching some of the transition class, giving them the example of the first and 15 having it. Don't worry
Hmm.
about it. You come to work, you still get paid. It's like, yeah. I said, what if you miss 4 days? Still gonna get paid? Yeah. What if you miss five? They said, yeah. I say, now seven, they ain't gonna take your money right away, but it's gonna be a conversation and some consequences come behind it. It might be 2 or 3
Yes, sir.
months before they take your money. But I say you do it on the civilian side, they're like, all right, whatever, you don't get paid.
Yeah,
And that's
easy
the case.
peasy. They say it just like that. Oh, you didn't
You
show
ain't
up?
here, you ain't get paid. You know what I'm
Mm-mm.
saying? So
Yep. I know some
yeah,
people make close to $500 a day. They
a
make
day.
close to 500 a day. They make
You want
look,
a civilian world?
yeah, they stole some time too.
No, probably it's probably, you know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of benefits to doing it, man. But like you say, I do get your point about the climate right now in the military. It, if you ain't if you can't brush it off, yeah, it's definitely not for you right now. So I
Yeah.
can see a lot of trouble happening.
And I think that would be the hardest part is the brushing off part. Don't get me wrong, I've
Yeah.
dealt with a lot of bullshit in the military,
Hmm.
Yeah.
from every race of people you can think of. But brushing that shit off
Yeah.
nowadays is just like. You see it in the news, and then you got to see it at work. That shit. To me,
Yeah, man.
it would be hard for me right now.
Yeah,
If I
definitely.
was in, it would be hard for me right now.
Yeah, 'cause I definitely can tell you, man. When I was in Montana,
Mhm.
I'm the only black guy in the office full of 8 people. I think it was 8 people in the office. I'm the only black guy, and you could tell when you first came in, the PCS there,
Yeah.
you could almost feel the vibe. And I remember whoever got into the office first would usually make the coffee because we had a supervisor, man. She drank coffee like it was water, and whoever got to the office first would make coffee
Mhm.
for that supervisor. At the time, I didn't drink coffee. I didn't know nothing about coffee. I don't even know how to make this shit. But one day I happened to be the first one in the office, and so the supervisor followed me. She came in. She walked up to that damn counter. Hey, that coffee pot was sitting like it did when we left the day before. Unplugged, no water, no nothing in it. I didn't know it was a rule the office had to make coffee. So, um, but I remember, man, that joker came down on me, and I mean, they went up one side of me and down the other. You know what I mean? And so from that day forward, they just had a problem with me, and it took a
Mhm.
while to find out really why. But come to find out, they was on that side of on that racist side. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So, like I said, I was the only black guy, so I was offended by it. Don't get me wrong, because I don't like to be talked about.
Oh, we know
I
that.
don't like to be talked to any kind of way.
Oh, we know that.
you, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
yeah, yeah.
show me some respect, and I'll show you something back.
Yeah.
She was a master sergeant, I was a staff sergeant, so I couldn't really come back at her like I wanted to, but I kept it in my head, and come to find out before they retired, a
They ain't
lot
never
of that stuff
stopped. They ain't
came out.
never stopped you before.
Well, after I learned the rules, hey, it ain't. Hey, well, you can almost cuss a person out, but they got to open the door first. I didn't know the rules back then.
Yeah.
You know what
And
I'm
that's
saying?
the
If
thing.
they open the door first to a cussing,
Hmm.
hey, everybody can come right on through that open door.
Hey, I witnessed one of them.
Did
Somebody,
you
hey, somebody opened the door and they said, "Come in."
come on in?
Oh, did they come in?
Yes,
They
sir.
came in like Hurricane Michael. Ooh, hey, please, Mr. Hurricane, don't blow me down. Woof.
I'm telling you.
Hey, let them have it, baby. Let them have it.
Nah, man,
But
cause
see,
yeah, you right, Goody. If they go there, like Michelle Obama say, they go low, we go high. Somebody said the other day, they was like, well, if they go low, I'm going to hell. I said, oh man.
yeah,
I said,
man, that's like
oh
yeah,
But that's the way it is, though, bro. Man, to get respect, you have to earn respect. All right.
yeah, yeah.
And well, I'm quite sure we all remember when Sergeant Cox was snapping people to attention.
mm,
And I do recall everybody walking around there on their toes. But
Yes,
he
sir.
was an equal opportunity snap to attention motherfucker. You see what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
yes, sir. Yeah, he didn't care if you're black, white, Mexican, whatever.
exactly.
He commanded a certain level of respect, and he got it. You
And
know what I'm
that's my
saying?
whole
So,
thing. Hey,
and, and all it
he
takes is
gave
one
it.
person to be that example.
oh, he ain't never snapped me.
No, I ain't saying he
No,
snapped. He never snapped me. He taught me a lesson on
Hey,
when he
cause
snapped the
hey,
staff sergeant to
cause,
attention.
cause I mind my business.
yeah, well, hey, when I saw him snap that staff sergeant to attention, oh, he had my attention too. So, I almost dropped the pan of food I had in my hand so I can go to attention. He was so hey,
Yeah, it's a direct order. Give me 20.
yes, sir.
Drop and give me 20. Goodbye.
You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of respect Sergeant Cox demanded, well, commanded. He commanded
Hmm.
with his own respect,
Oh,
but
yes, sir.
he wasn't ignorant about it though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He felt like he was a master sergeant, and you gonna respect him as a master sergeant.
There
But
won't
there's
no
Hey,
just some people out
biases.
there they're the complete opposite of that. You know what I'm saying? They just,
right.
you know what I'm
So
saying?
I got a question. Good. This is off track.
Yeah.
In your current position, if you got to go out and do an immersion, how long do you allow, like the appointment? What you set it for?
I tell them they have an hour. I got an hour for.
Okay, okay. I'll just read. We can go back to our regular broadcast now.
Okay. Back to the
Hell,
regular.
I just need to know that before I forgot.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
One
good.
hour.
You probably know why.
Oh, I already know why. Yeah. 1 hour, brother. So, they
You
don't
know,
always take it, but
uh,
you offer it to them.
somebody thought they can get it done in 30.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Mm.
No. Give them
Uh,
an hour, bro. Give them an hour. You
Yes,
never know
sir.
what's going to happen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The whole fucking it's the pros and cons list, man. And for me, I say no because there's too many trade schools and too much other stuff out here for them to do.
But
Yeah.
but
Man,
you would tell Xander that now that he's already in?
no, that's what I was saying earlier. He's already in. He did his active duty time. He's doing his guard time to finish up. If he was fresh going in, nah, I wouldn't want him in because
I got you.
as a father,
Hmm.
you always want to protect your kids. And I know I can't. Well, in my mind, I can fight the world, but I wouldn't want him to go through half the bullshit just to say, hey, these benefits of this, this, and this. Hey, man, go ahead, go to trade school. If that's what you want, try college out. It's a
College. I
thousand other
say I,
things
I
out there.
say I say college.
Yeah, but
Wanna go
like
to
I said,
college?
I would tell him Goody.
I would if I had to do again, I
I
would
knew
at
college
least
wasn't for me.
I would
College
at
wasn't for
least
me.
I don't care, Al. I would at least spent 1 year in college.
Ty,
Uh,
them student loans alone wouldn't have had me going there because shit,
but
I wasn't ready for no college.
I felt like I was in college when I was in high school because I had older friends that were in college, and
Oh,
I would go spend time with them at the college that was about an hour and a half away. I was actually there. I just didn't go to class. So
Okay.
I had the college experience, but even after that, I still when I graduated, I still had no ambition to go to college. In my mind, in my mind, Air Force was Plan B. So
what?
Hmm.
oh yeah, always had it because I did 4 years of ROTC, and everybody else was like, yeah, he go in the Air Force, blah blah blah. The people on base when I used to go play ball out there or go to all nighters, they already thought I was in. I
Yeah,
had dude.
you always looked about 30, even when you came to Ramstein. You're
Yep.
19, 20, you look 30.
Joker went to basic training. They gave him one of them blue hats thinking he was one of the
They they
yeah.
thought they thought Ty was a TI.
Yes. They thought he was a training instructor.
Hey, hey,
He was new.
that Ti snapped me to attention. What was the? We had to carry around the paper with our money on it.
Yeah, three. Nah,
He,
I remember.
he
Was it
said,
three
"Give,
forty one or something?
yeah,
We had to
yeah,
carry.
give a 341," and then you had to give your money count, and he checked the serial numbers. Here, give me that. Here,
Yeah,
take this
yeah.
back. And he kept the 341. I said, "My money's straight. Shut up." But he turned it in as a good one. I didn't know they were doing that. But man, that joke. I remember that joker, man. Sergeant Walker. That joker was huge. He walked down the middle of the hallway, clear the hole, make a hole, make a
Make
hole.
a hole, make a hole. Hey,
And
Yeah,
damn,
he was
that's
a
crazy. I still remember my basic trainer, even though they
yeah,
switched up because he went on leave. His name was Staff Sergeant
uh,
Grimm. He was about
uh,
goody height.
yeah,
Swole, swole.
green.
Grim, G
yeah.
R
Oh,
I
green.
M M.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, no, now y'all remember eating in the dining hall, and I guess we were there too long because me and the other guys we were what they call PAs, so we had to go to our appointments separately. So this was the first time we actually got to sit down and actually eat without our flight. Man, I mean we eating everything. We got dessert, we got Kool-Aid, and one TI walked by, he say, I tell you what, I'm gonna go put my tray in the trash, and y'all here when I get back, it's gonna be problems. Oh man, we got up through everything and we got the hell up out of there.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
you let the snake pit catch you. You never
Oh
let the
yeah.
snake pit catch you.
Hey,
Oh,
and
bro, that's that
we thought
table they all sat at and watch you eat. And
yeah.
as you walk by, you just gave them a target.
Hey,
Oh man, he
I
said
would,
y'all been here too long.
I
I
would recommend it
laugh.
today to anybody, man. I would
Hey,
recommend it. Just let them know, hey, connect with somebody that know what they're talking about.
Mhm.
Because that's something we didn't really have when we was coming up, man. That you mentioned that senior master sergeant in Ramstein,
Mhm.
yeah,
the one that had you do the promotion thing.
I think it started with a
But
C. So I can't remember. I know
I can't
him.
remember his name. Though. Yeah, he was a good guy though, man. He was
Yeah,
a good
Guard,
guy.
very
I
good
had
guy.
one like that in
the
my
guard
first
member? You
base.
talking about that guard member?
Mm-mm.
He was like the every squadron I think had a chief almost or
Yeah, he fell
whatever
right
position
below
it
he
was.
below Chief Keef. I think he took care of all the admin or whatever other stuff
Yeah,
that
yeah. You had the chief, and then you had that senior master sergeant below it.
Now when I got there, that the reserve chief was there, and those guys. He felt bad for me. Went out and bought meal services badge.
Mm-mm. You
Yeah.
see, I had one like that when I went to FP1, my first base. He picked me up, and we talking about this guy looked out for me, man. He kind of like showed me the ropes, and now, I didn't take it all in when he was giving it to me. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that,
Yeah.
but he showed he cared. You know what I'm saying? And he was a guy kind of like the guy in Ramstein, man. He was the kind of guy. If you just saw him in the streets, you'd have thought, yeah, he a redneck. It would have been your first thought. Old
Hmm.
country white guy. All he cared about is cows and country and other white guys.
Yeah.
But I mean, he cared about people. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And he took me under his wings, man. We you looking at a guy who had two Article 15s, and
You
I mean,
had two
he had
Article
been.
15s?
I had two Article 15s,
Damn, at
and
Ramstein?
I had him before I got to Ramstein.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. And that's
Wow.
the other thing about the military that changed. We came up in the military where you got second chances and third
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
chances.
I
Three
gotta ask. I
three
gotta.
strikes and that you're out. I know. Hey, I
Yeah,
took
Hold
all
up,
three of my
hold up,
strikes.
hold up. Hey, I gotta ask a question. You had two Article 15 and they still gave you Buck Sergeant.
two Article 15, brother. I got one. I remember one time they left me in the missile field, man. Beyond the 3 days.
Oh yeah. You start walking home?
Now, them jokers didn't send the supervisor went on leave and didn't send a relief out. So I ended up being stuck for 3 more days. And matter of fact,
Woo.
my first wife, she wasn't even my first wife at the time. She had to drive out to the missile field with new uniforms because I only had the three. And so she had to bring me new uniforms out because they wouldn't even put the uniforms in the capsule crew. They drive out every day. That's how hateful they were, bro. So she
Yeah.
drove all the way out to the missile field, about an hour and a half away, brought me some uniforms, and so when I came in at the time, the commander's policy was if you spend 6 days in the field, you get 6 days off.
Mhm.
So when I came in, all of a sudden the supervisor back off leave told me they needed me in the field the next 3 days.
Shit.
Enjoy your 2 days off because by then, just 2.5 days now. Enjoy your 2.5 days off. I need you to be get ready to go out. And no, the commander's policy was 6 days out in the field, 6 days off. They're like, no, you need to be here at changeover. So I was like, I tell you what, you can send the police to my house in 6 days because that's where the fuck I'm gonna be at.
I'm gonna get my
Hey,
time.
Hey, they sent them too.
oh, and so the supervisor didn't have no backbone, so they kind of let it go. But it was another guy sitting next to him. They're like, Sergeant Harvey, you gonna let him talk to you like that? And now obviously, Harvey got balls, so he wrote me up. And I still wasn't really in trouble. I go see the commander now because the commander got to give you this Article 15. So he asked me what happened, and I told him what happened. And that joker gave me an Article 15. It was an LOR, matter of fact, for disrespect to an NCO, a letter
Yep.
reprimand.
Oh, I got one
But
of
when
them.
I go to the commander, tell him what was going on, he's like, tell me what happened. I told him what happened. I told him, hey, you can send the fucking police to my house in 6 days because that's where the fuck I'm gonna be at. And because I didn't say, with all due respect, sir, this is what I said, he hit me with Article 15 for disrespect to his officer.
To him?
Yeah, I'm like, hey, I didn't know you were supposed to say that. I didn't know nothing about, with all due
Hey,
respect, sir, this is what I said.
that sound like old Jack.
Yeah. And
Uh,
so that was
you
my
hey,
first
wait a
one,
minute, you got an
man.
LOR or Article 15?
I got both. I got
So,
the LOR for being disrespectful to my supervisor,
woo.
the NCO.
See, I got an LOR and I don't think I was in the wrong. Y'all remember when
I
y'all
didn't
went
think
to
I was in the wrong.
y'all remember when y'all went to Cuba?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I wasn't even we went in the meeting. I was number 15 alternate. Next thing I know, 2 hours later, I'm on the team. I said, okay, whatever, man. So we go do our medical stuff and all that. You got to do TB tests and everything. And I was going to talk to the first sergeant because I was 15th alternate. I was alternate 15. In the process of doing that, when they came back, we was in the room. They came back. They said, we don't know about your test. You gonna be heartbroken that you're not going. And there was a guy who wanted to go who was with me, and
Mm-hmm.
they said, Sly ready to go. We'll pull him off. So when I left the room, Goody, hell, I had just got on schedule with my homeboys because we was opposite flip flop in the
Yeah.
field they was in. I had just got on schedule with them. So I said, "Oh man, we're going out tonight." So we went out that night and I didn't come home. And so when I get home, man, it's almost that next day, almost 10, 11, 12, and there's a note on my door. Hey, you need to call Mafo. For what? So I called and Marvina answered the phone and she said, "Hey, they've been looking for you." I say, "For what? You were supposed to go to the field today." I said, "No, I wasn't." I said, "Nobody told me that. Nobody told me I was supposed to go to the field. I was just on the team yesterday. Who told me I wasn't supposed to go to the field?" So they said, "Yeah, you need to come in." Well, they say you can just come in tomorrow because you're going out in the field the next day. So I show up the next day and my ticket or the thing they wrote, the damn capsule crew gone, goody. I got the call. Our superintendent said, "Hey, the capsule crew gone. I need a ride to the field." So somebody had to take me to the field. He said, "Man, what's going on? Sees you just." I said, "Sir, it ain't even that, man. It was Prudhomme. Prudhomme was his name." So
Oh, gee.
when I came back in from the field, man, they called me into the office, punk ass staff sergeant. "Hey, yeah, we ain't really want to do this, man, but you know, uh, we was looking for you and we couldn't get a hold of you. You ain't got no phone." I said, "Man, I got a dorm room, brother. Y'all give me 2.5, maybe one day off. I'm gone." "Well, we needed you to go out the field. Somebody else had to stay out there, and then they made me stay out there, man, like 5.5 days, good." And when I came
Man.
back and they had the LOR, I said, "Whatever, man. Y'all do whatever y'all gonna do, man. Here's your
Mhm.
LOR." But there was no way I was going to that field the next day.
Yeah.
It wasn't gonna happen. I said, "Y'all take that LOR," and that LOR, man, cost me staff sergeant because
Did
it
it?
marked me down. Yeah, it marked me down.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
EPR, yeah.
oh, I missed it by 4. I missed
Oh,
staff
yes, sir.
sergeant by
Yes, sir.
4. Yep, cost me.
Oh,
And it
yeah.
took me 2 more years to make staff after that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man. Them LORs ain't no joke though, man. So, but yeah, if people can connect with a good mentor, man, like like the kind we experience, with them senior master sergeants, but
Oh,
they
thank
rare.
you, thank you, thank
They
you.
rare.
Yeah,
Glad I can be of
They're not
assistance.
the huh?
Glad I can be of assistance.
to me,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro.
it's like, and this is just, talking to, because, I still got some troops that's still in, and they say, man, it's just more where it's more me, than,
Yeah,
the greater good for all.
yeah. I do agree with that though. That comrade. What's the word I'm looking for?
Camaraderie.
The camaraderie. Yeah, that camaraderie ain't there like it used to be, man. I can agree with
Mm-mm.
that too, definitely. So, but you can make it in the military if you apply yourself.
Hmm.
And it's like I told my stepson, man. If you get to work on time every day, if you go in there and do the minimum job, you're gonna get through the Air Force. Because that's all that's required of you. Show up on time,
But that ain't
do
what it's
your job,
about, though,
and
man.
go home, huh?
That ain't what it's about. Just going doing the bare minimum. If that's
No,
your
Yeah,
he's
work,
saying
I'm just
just
saying.
if you want to make it a career, that's
oh
all
If
you
you want
got
yeah,
to
to
make it a
do.
yeah,
career, yeah, now you do want somebody that's gonna go in there and step up and
With
do
the
this and
hard
do that. But
charging,
it ain't the same military like it used to be though.
yeah.
nah, no.
No. And that's why I would recommend people to go in right now because if you just go in there and do the bare minimum, you can survive it. And but while you're in there surviving it, be doing those things that can get you ready for life after the military, whether you're going to
That's
do a
all I'm gonna
career
hit it.
or just do a couple of years.
Hey man,
Yeah.
I hate to do it. This is a great conversation, but we're coming to the end. My final words is this. If y'all do get a chance, go to Variety, America's Favorite Couple, both with Scott and Nancy Steinway. Scott and Nancy Steinway.
Okay.
What's that link again?
Variety's America's Favorite Couple.
It's on Facebook or what?
Facebook, I think you might be able to go to the page too.
Okay.
Variety's America's Favorite Couple.
Oh,
That's all
Scotty
I got.
Ray.
Scotty Ray.
Yeah. My last
Ray.
words is, Jank, you got one more time, bro. One more time, and JT is replacing your big. You know what?
What a he himself.
Yeah.
All right. Now, hey, everybody finish off the week on a good note. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Uh-oh, I got time to do the look.